What's up guys, welcome to another video. I'm Rob Stuart and I'm here to help you get your skin and your overall health back on track. I think today's video is an ultra important one because your expectations and your template or your path to recovery is gonna be what makes or breaks you healing your skin. The first year of eczema or dermatitis or psoriasis or rosacea recovery is very intimidating. It's scary. There's a lot of things that come up and there's a lot of pitfalls that allow people to really mess their skin up even worse. I want to talk about in today's video what to expect during your first year of recovery so that you don't fall off path, so that you don't skip out on what's working, and so that you know if what you're doing is working and what to expect. Because there's a lot of things that come up for people when they're trying to heal their skin in that first year that don't make any sense. They look online, they do some research, and they get the wrong information, and then they keep doing the wrong things over and over and over again. I think it's important first to understand that you have to manage your expectations and your assumptions. If you're coming into an eczema healing lifestyle and you think that it's going to take a certain amount of time, you've already screwed yourself over. If you have a 6-month time frame or a year-long time frame or a 3-month time frame and you're expecting your skin to do something within that time frame, it will not happen like that. It will frustrate you, you will give up too early, and you won't learn the right things. Also, if you're looking at the surface of your skin to tell you if your program is doing good, you will constantly be trying other programs. The surface of the skin tells us nothing. It won't tell you if you're doing good or if you're moving in the right direction. The biomarkers, your sleep, your hormones, your pooping, your digestion, your body fat, your lack of body fat, your muscularity, your focus, your sex drive, and your sleep. If those things are doing good and improving, that's what we focus on, the biomarkers. So step number 1 is get rid of any beliefs, any assumptions, or any expectations you have about a timeline or how easy it's going to be going into it. I would prepare yourself for the hardest, most challenging year of your life. You're asking your body to absolutely fully transform itself into a new healthy body. So knowing ahead of time it's going to take discipline, hard work, and it's going to take a lot of time. When I went into my first year, I had the mindset of, I don't care if this takes me 10 years or 6 months, however long it takes me, I'm going to never stop until I get there. My first 3 months of healing my skin were the absolute hardest and worst 3 months of my entire life. In terms of flare-ups go, my skin was flared up worse than it was on the standard American diet. It was absolutely covering my entire body. Every flare-up that was possibly could happen was happening during my first 3 months of healing. I didn't feel super great all the time because of the detox and the cleansing. I was going about it very aggressively, and my surface of my skin looked like crap. But my biomarkers were slowly getting better. My sleep, my hormones, my gut health, my pooping, my focus, my sex drive, my lean body, it was all improving. So I stuck through it. If I would have looked at the surface of the skin to tell me if things were going well, I would have been gone. Month 1, I would have been gone. Then for about the next 5 months, so from about month 3 to about month 8, I had a really good stretch. My flare-ups kind of eased down. The redness and the inflammatory nature of my skin was feeling a lot better. My face was eased up, and it was allowing me to get back out into public and do my teaching, do my yoga classes, and work with my clients, coaching for baseball and football, and my personal training clients that I basically had to let go of. I got to rework myself during that time. It was a good time. I was still having some flare-ups and up and down from day to day, but it was improved. Then fast forward to month 9, 10, and 11. Month 9 got a little worse. started having weird digestional things, was having a lot of cleansing and detoxification symptoms like black tar coming out of my butt, peeing all day and all night long, having headaches, just random weird stuff. And this is totally normal when you're focusing this harshly and hard on autophagy, on cleansing and detoxification. So month 9 rolls around and I'm starting to have a pretty bad time. My skin's looking bad again. Overall, I'm not feeling good. My digestion is just kind of all over the place. And every once in a while during an enema or a salt flush, I'm releasing huge amounts of black tar, parasites, and all sorts of gnarly stuff. So I'm starting to flare up again. Month 10 was about the same. Month 11 rolls around and I have, boom, the biggest flare up I had within that year. From month 1 through 3 on, this was the worst one. And it was in month 11. Every other biomarker was doing great. My skin flared up like absolutely crazy. That was the last flare up I've ever had. Once that flare up eased down, and this flare up was interesting because I was having this weird thing in my stomach. I actually was having I thought I was gonna throw up. And I rushed myself to the toilet and I took a poop. And out of me came about a foot long, looked like a plastic bag that was made out of black tar. It was mucoid plaque and the biggest sack of toxins I've ever seen in a human being in my entire life. Within this gnarly little thing was parasites as well. This came out of me, and as it came out of me, I felt a literal relief from my body. Like, whew. I felt a cooling sensation. I felt like there was extra space in my small and large intestine. And that was it. That was my final flare up. From there, by the time I hit month 12, my skin was looking normal, like a normal human being's skin. There was no patchy marks. Right here, I had a little bit of discolored skin, and on my forehead, a little discolored skin, a little bit of scarring. But the flare-ups and the flare-up cycles were gone. And they have stayed gone forever. That was almost 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I've been symptom-free. That first year though, guys, was a doozy. It was a challenging one, and is why I started my YouTube channel, so that other people wouldn't have to go through that year that I went through. If you do everything right, if you don't over cleanse, and if you follow the 3-step process that I've created in the 3 phases workbook, you can get that at holistichealthactivation.com. But if you just follow that simple process, it's gonna take your timeline down a bit. And the more important thing, it's gonna make the process of healing your skin easier. It's gonna take as long as it's gonna take, but during that process, you really wanna focus in on what's the solution and what are the things that I need to learn so that I can get through this and keep my mind and keep my brain about me. And what I mean about that is there's a lot of stress management and there's a lot of emotional management that goes into that first year, because your skin is going to be all over the place. So during that first year, here's a couple tips. 1, don't freak out all the time when you have flare-ups. Your skin is going to flare up. It's going to get worse before it gets better. It's a very, very slow process. So 1, just know that that's a possibility. 2, see what you can do to enjoy the process. Do the movement practices that enrich your life. Start taking on art. Become a yogi. Meditate. Read self-help books. Empower yourself. During this time, this is your chance to transform not only your skin, but your entire being and your entire body. And I got news for you, my friends. All the clients that I've worked with, all the friends that I've helped lead through this process, and for myself especially, it was when the physical met the emotional, spiritual that I actually healed. Focusing on the symptoms, focusing on the food, focusing on the physical form is extremely important and is the starting place. But you also have to get into the other areas of your body and other areas of your life, emotionally and spiritually, that are holding you back. If you're having negative relationships, if you have a horrible outlook and a low self-esteem, if you have no connection to nature or to a higher power, it's going to be really hard to make it through a year of transformation. So surround yourself with positive people. Keep your head positive. Stay focused on your emotions, on your spirituality. Open up to other creative outlets and try to make the process as fun, enjoyable, and relaxing as you possibly can. Have a focus that is a marathon focus and not a sprinter's focus. And you're gonna mess up. You're not gonna do everything perfect. You may have to switch your diet up. You may have to, a year into it, change everything, and that's okay. As long as you are putting effort in doing things the right way, follow the 3 phases, take your time, and be good to yourself during the process, and you will find that eczema or dermatitis is actually a gift. And I've said this in other videos, and I know it sounds cliche, but I am so appreciative of the fact that I was a diseased and dying human, because it forced me to 1, clean up my life, 2, clean up my diet, 3, clean up my thoughts, and 4, clean up my relationships to this world and other people. And in doing so, gave me such an amazing and beautiful life, a happy life, a life that's filled with wonderful, beautiful people. I'm close with my family. I have a wonderful partner who supports my life. I support her life, and her family is wonderful as well. Love and support only comes from a clear vessel. If you're someone who is surrounded by negativity, darkness, you first have to check yourself. Guys, I wish you so much luck on this journey. I know firsthand what it's like. Being cured for almost 8 years now has been a blessing. It's been awesome, and I wish this amount of health and freedom for every single one of you guys out there watching this video. If you guys have questions, leave them down below. I create content 100% based on what I think can help you guys. What are you struggling with? What do you guys need help with? Where would you like to see my content go? I'd love to hear from you guys. Please leave some comments down below so we can have some interaction. For those of you who are about to enter this journey and you're looking for a guide, I've been more than happy to help you. I've worked with over 900 people at this time in my career, and I absolutely love helping people do this. It's awesome. There's a link in the description box for a consultation with me. The 3 phases workbook, my step-by-step process, is at my website, holistichealthactivation.com. Remember to subscribe, remember to share. If you're old and you haven't already, hit the notification bell. You can also find me over at Instagram as Rob Stuart, and in real life I'm just Rob Stuart, but on Instagram they wouldn't let me say that, so that's what's up. Anyway guys, much love. I'll be back with many more videos real soon. The first year is hard. Take your time, keep your head about you. Much love.